24 goals, 20 goals, 18 goals, 23 goals when he won the Golden Boot, and 15 goals last season, with 7 already this season. Jamie Vardy is a phenomenal striker. Vardy's on fire. Your defence is terrified. Vardy's on fire. Na 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 na. Alright everyone, welcome back to 2 Minute Tuesday on my channel. We will be talking about today Jamie Vardy.
Jamie Vardy, God.
That man who scored the 3rd goal against Manchester United at the weekend, and his 7th goal of the season. Seems to be going from strength to strength, and considering this man, didn't reach the Premier League until he was 28, absolutely mental, absolutely mental. We're going to be discussing, do we reckon Jamie Vardy is now up there with one of the Premier League great goal scorers? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. If you haven't already, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff, and we will jump into this video.
Kevin! Kevin!
So the first thing we have to address when talking about Jamie Vardy, obviously, is that massive, fantastic rise to fame, which brought him a Premier League title along the way, scoring 24 goals in the Premier League winning season for Leicester City. And from there on, we thought maybe, it was a fluke. Maybe. Definitely not. Not with Jamie Vardy. From then on, Jamie Vardy has gone from strength to strength, picking up Ballon d'Or nominees, Golden Boots, and really consistently scoring in the Premier League. The first season he was in the Premier League, he did score 5 goals, and then from there on in, he hasn't failed to hit double figures from there, with his lowest scoring tally being 13, which was the season where Leicester didn't do very well in the league. But that aside, 24 goals, 20 goals, 18 goals, 23 goals when he won the Golden Boot, and 15 goals last season, with 7 already this season. Jamie Vardy is a phenomenal striker. But where does that place him in the all-time greats? Well, of course, we know Alan Shearer sits out ahead of Wayne Rooney on 260 goals. Wayne Rooney in second on 208. The closest active player is Sergio Aguero on 184. But then Harry Kane in at number 7, 167 goals. You don't have to go far down to find Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy is currently sat on 125 goals, all of them, of course, coming for Leicester City. And the question is, where do we then rank him among the best of all time? Could he, if he had been in the Premier League earlier, could he have scored more goals? Probably not. Probably not. I think that's fair to say. Jamie Vardy was a late bloomer, but what a player he is. And just because he started late doesn't mean we should discredit him under the likes of Michael Owen, Jermaine Defoe, Robbie Fowler, these players who played in the Premier League for a long, long time. For me, Jamie Vardy is a phenomenal player. The best, I hate to use the phrase, the best shithouse we've seen in the Premier League for a long, long time. Knows how to rattle people. By the end of the season, definitely should be above Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank in 14th. He's got 2 goals behind Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, and then 13th is Robin van Persie on 144 goals. So a little bit of a way to go to catch up RVP. But let me know, guys, what do you think to Jamie Vardy? I think his performances have got better. Brendan Rodgers knows how to use him now. He make sure that Jamie Vardy is able to use his pace in the correct manner. In his early days at Leicester, that pace was sometimes misguided and lunged into tackles, overcommitted to stuff, but now he runs the channels and he uses it positively and runs in behind and creates opportunities as well as scoring them as well. Jamie Vardy scores all types of goals, headed goals, long range, tap-ins, anything you can think of, and I think the introduction of Kelechi Iheanacho as a pair with Jamie Vardy has been vitally important to keep Vardy scoring, because that takes away a little bit of the pressure attacking wise and running in behind. So those are my thoughts. I definitely think Jamie Vardy is now and should now be considered as one of the all-time great Premier League goal scorers. I think you look at the longevity of his career in the Premier League, we're on to 7 seasons. Michael Owen, very, very similar in that sense, just he did his at the beginning of his career. Whilst Jamie Vardy might have been a late bloomer in comparison to Harry Kane and, of course, Michael Owen, who I mentioned before, I definitely think he's among the elite Premier League strikers and one of the best of the Premier League era, potentially top 10 best Premier League strikers of all time. Let me know, is Jamie Vardy among your top 10 elite Premier League strikers? And thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers!